Hi everybody, and welcome to the Global Snapshot for the month of June. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for the correspondence and the emails and the messages that we got from you after last Global Snapshot. Your encouragement and your love to us is really what keeping us going every day. You have no idea how much we're really looking forward to hear from you, see your comments, receive your emails. It's the relationship that we have together. We're not just an organization updating you, or just you are a member that we are updating. No, you are also a family. You are a family of One Free World International. And if anybody asks me what the difference between our organization and any another organization, the answer that we are always a family. The answer is the difference is our volunteers, our employees, our members. That's the difference between us and any another family, any another organization. We're just simply a family. The global snapshot for this month will focus on some of the operations that we're working on. Some of these operations we can announce in advance. Some of these operations we can announce after. And some operations we cannot announce at all when it comes to security purposes and protecting our survivors and the people that we're helping, and without announcing to the enemy what we're doing in ahead. So we have to be extremely careful sometime what we say in our social media and what we announce and what we don't announce. But this global snapshot will focus on the State Department and the testimony that we give on behalf of the Uyghur community. We have a great partnership with Ms. Mahra with regard the Uyghur community here, and I'm very proud of this partnership, and I'm very proud of the witnesses that came forward. There was 2 witnesses from the Uyghur community. Both of them was in a concentration camp, and they give their testimony to the State Department. And I need to tell you, the horror that we heard, the torture, the rape, the killing, the trying to re-educate them. That's how the Chinese communist regime tried to put it, is re-education. What re-education? It's very hard to imagine that this is happening right now in this day and age, and the whole world is silence. This is a genocide. There is no another word to describe it. It's 100% genocide from the Chinese communist regime against the Uyghur community. And yet nobody's talking about it. And yet the countries not taking a swift action against China. And China become our moral dilemma. And the question here is, do you think that, if you think, my message to the leadership of Europe, to the leadership in England, to the leadership in North America, my message to all of them, if you think that you cannot live without the Chinese money, I promise you they cannot live without your money either. So the economic benefits that you are so worried about and you are so concerned about, and you are swallowing your dignity, and you are swallowing, speaking the truth just because the Chinese dollar, I would just tell you, shame on you, really. We have to speak the truth. We have to stand up for our Westerner principles that we was raised and we was built on: democracy, principle of freedom of religion, principles of human rights, principle of protecting the vulnerable. Where is all of that? All of this being quite completely silenced just because the Chinese throne made of ash, made of dust and dirt, made of the innocent, made of the blood of the innocents. The horror that we heard from these witnesses, that was a concentration camp, it's just a reminder of what the Chinese communist regime been doing for years. Maybe some of this news start to be, we will start to hear it more in the media. But what they did to the Uyghurs, what they did to the Christians, what they did to the Falun Gong, what they did to the Chinese people that they stood against the regime there, what they did against the Tibetans, is just a fresh reminder that China human rights record will not change until the whole world remain united, and until we are united and we take one stand against this communist regime and call on and fight for the survivors and fight for the poor and vulnerable and stand beside them. And I promise you, if we do not take this stand today, tomorrow me and you will be in their position, because China will not stop in Taiwan, China will not stop in Uyghurs, China will not stop in Hong Kong, China will not stop in Tibetans or Falun Gongs or Uyghurs or Christians. China will continue, and it will be a cancer in our international society. So let's take stand today, so tomorrow will not be a bigger problem. We continue our effort in Armenia, and especially the war in Karabakh. Now, even after they sign what's so-called the peace agreement, we see that Azerbaijan just kidnapped 6 more Armenian soldiers recently, and they went in Armenian territory, and sadly the Russian peacekeeper mission did not do anything to stop it, and the Armenian government is giving their Armenian army clear direction not even to defend themselves, which is horrible. Azerbaijan need to stop, Turkey need to stop. Once again, we're facing a great challenges, a great evil, a great injustice, and once again the innocent and the weak is paying the price. And I don't believe that the Armenians is weak, and I don't believe that we are weak. I believe that we are side by side with the Armenians and the Karabakhi people. We can make a difference. Send your emails right now to the State Department. Send your emails right now to the Canadian Global Affairs. Send your emails right now to the Foreign Affairs Ministry in England and elsewhere, and in Brussels to the European Parliament. Send your emails right now to the Russian Embassy, and above all to the Turkish Embassy and Azerbaijani Embassy, and tell them we will not back down. We will continue supporting Armenia, we'll continue supporting Karabakh, and your bullying attitude will not be going anywhere. You tried 105 years ago to kill all Armenians. You tried then, you are trying now. You didn't succeed then, you will not succeed now. I'd like to close today by our mission in Iraq and Syria. And I know many of you heard me speaking a lot about Iraq and Syria in the last 7-8 years. And I know we are facing right now what we call donor fatigue. People are tired from hearing about the Yazidis, hearing about what we're doing there. Until now, we continue our support. We continue the extreme need to rescue the Yazidi girls and other minority girls, rescue the humanitarian mission. I know that you are tired of hearing this, and I know that you are even tired of giving to this cause. But this is not an entertainment. This is not something that we are entertaining. This is not something, this is the need in front of us. And yes, we've been fighting for this more than 7 years. It's almost 8 now. A few months it will be 8 years. And we'll continue, because this is our mission, to continue to helping the Yazidi girls, to continue to rescuing them, to continue sending humanitarian aid. And last time we shared with you a wonderful story of one of the survivors that we rescued, that now she's returning back again, helping others and helping her own community. And this is the most beautiful testimony that you can ever imagine. But we cannot give up. And I'm sorry if you keep hearing me talking about this over and over every single month in the last 8 years. But we will continue hearing from me for the next 8 months, for the next 8 years, for the next 8 centuries, as long as needed. We will be there supporting the people that most need, the vulnerables and the needy and the persecuted. Because this is our promise to God, and this is our promise to you. We will always stand in the gap, and will always be voice for the voiceless, and will always defend the defenseless. Thank you for joining us. See you next month. God bless. We'll have more update on YouTube. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you soon.